and welcome back to my channel. I am finally doing the Finally Fall book tag, and I figured what better time to do the Finally Fall book tag than when I can see my breath. There is snow everywhere and we are less than a week away from Halloween. I'm drinking maple coffee and it's delicious. So let's jump right in. In fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. So I'm going to pick The Shack for that one. It takes place mainly in a shack in the woods. I'm trying to think if it was snowy or not. I know that they are working on a garden in that book, but it's definitely a reread for me. I've read it a couple of times and I want to reread it again soon. Yes, The Shack is very atmospheric, very sad. Lots of trigger warnings for that book, of course. I really enjoyed that book. Oh, and another one would be that Kristen Hannon book where they move to Alaska. The mom and dad and their daughter move to Alaska and they have to learn how to survive the Alaskan winter. That one has a vivid setting. Definitely the Alaska one. I don't remember what it's called. Nature is beautiful, but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. Again, The Shack. He loses his daughter. So, trigger warning for child death at the hands of another person. She just disappears and they don't find her. And it's very, very tragic. And this story is about how the father, goes through the grief of losing his daughter. I don't read a lot of books that deal with that, but I do have a few on my list that I know are pretty heavy topics. The Darling Rose Gold, where the mother has Munchausen's by proxy and basically makes her daughter sick. My Dark Vanessa, is that what it's called? The one where as a teenager she was in a relationship with her much older teacher and the whole like Me Too movement and stuff. So there's that book. And then I also have A Little Life, which I hear is like extremely difficult to read, but I haven't read any of those ones. But The Shack, again, I wasn't planning on picking that for both of them, but the Kristen Hannon one for the vivid setting. The Shack for a book that deals with grief. Fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. So I read a lot of nonfiction, actually. I read a lot of nonfiction Christian books as well as parenting books. And for research for my own book, I read a lot of dog training books. So anything by Cesar Millan will teach you a lot. I love Cesar Millan, and his books will teach you a lot about the proper ways of introducing a puppy or even an older dog, like a rescue dog, into your home. And especially he wrote a book about the best way to raise up a puppy from puppyhood. So you get it at around, responsible breeders should keep their puppies for 12 weeks. And then how you can bring that puppy home and make good adjustments, and even just picking the right kind of dog and puppy with the right temperament for your home. So I would definitely suggest Cesar Millan if you're looking for how to train dogs, and Brene Brown as well. Excellent, not for training dogs, but she deals with shame. She's a shame researcher and her books are just amazing. I actually have one here, but I haven't read it yet. Right here, I thought it was just me, but it isn't. But I haven't read that one yet. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, or friend group that you'd like to be a part of. I'd hate to say the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants again, but when I read that book as a teenager, I wanted to be one of the girls that wore the traveling pants. That really, truly is the magic of that book, is to find a pair of pants that's gonna fit multiple people. Yeah, I just love that. And then the Summer Sisters as well. I always wished I had a friend that I was that close to. I mentioned in another book tag The House in the Cerulean Sea. That one has a beautiful family story in it, like a found family, because it's part of an orphanage. So I really enjoyed that one. Summer Sisters, which is very tragic in the end, and the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I always wanted to be a part of that friend group. I also just read Slay by Brittany Morris, I believe, this year, and I really like her dynamics with her sister and her mom and her dad. They seem like a really cool family as well. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall colored spines. So I grabbed a couple that were still a little bit green, and it turns out fall colors is like what all my spines are, apparently. So mostly green, and then going into red, and then the yellows. Homegoing doesn't have the brightest spine, but the whole book, front cover of that book is very fall and then going down. I haven't read any of these books yet except for Crazy Love, the more red one here. No, this one. Love that one also. It is a Christian nonfiction. But these are some books I really need to get to. But those are my fall spines. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. That's a hard one. I don't know how many books I've read where someone's like telling you a story. The one that keeps coming to mind is the 10,000 Doors of January, where she discovers this journal that's written and she's reading it, and I won't give away any spoilers. It wasn't my favorite book in the world, but she's reading this book and it's telling of a journey, of a love story. So that's the one I'm gonna pick, because you're getting a little bit of January's story and then a love story as well that she's reading from this journal that she finds. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. And I mentioned for the Black Weenathon and the Fortnite Frights, I have read some really creepy stuff. The Only Good Indians, I have no idea. That is so messed up and so creepy and disturbing. Not my typical book. I don't read dark, creepy books. And I have read Things That We Lost in the Fire. Again, extremely disturbing book. And if you want something light, a little bit more lighthearted and middle grade, I have been reading the Silver Wing series, and they are bats and they live in the dark. So there you go. It's not dark and creepy, but it's dark because they're banished to the nighttime. The days are getting colder. Yeah, it's actually snowing on me right now. It's very, very, very light snow. You can't see it, but it is actually snowing on me. Name a short, heartwarming read that can warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. I don't read a lot of short books either. Most of the books I read are like average, around the 350 mark. Couldn't find my gloves. I got my hot coffee here. A short, heartwarming read that would warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. How about you guys tell me of a short book that I could read that would warm up my cold and snowy days? Everybody I've seen do this tag has basically said Heartstopper, and I imagine that is an amazing book. It's not something I am interested in reading personally. The Tea Dragon Society was very sweet. I really enjoyed that one with my daughter, and it was like this long. So very, very quick read. You could read it like under an hour just sitting there. Maybe an hour if you're enjoying the beautiful artwork. Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. I really want to reread Jurassic Park and The Lost World and The Shack. Are 3 books I really want to reread again soon. And also a Thanksgiving one, which is perfect if you're in America. And if you're in Canada, it's perfect because Thanksgiving is like right at the beginning of fall, is 1000 Gifts by Anne Voskamp, and The Broken Way, I think, is her second book following after that one. And those are nonfiction and they're beautiful. And again, another book, the 1000 Gifts, is one I've read twice. And I've only read The Broken Way once because it came out like a couple years later, but I want to read both of them again. And I wanted to do it for Thanksgiving, but just Thanksgiving's at the beginning of October, and it was just a little bit too crazy with the other readathons and Thanksgiving and quarantine and stuff. But I want to read those ones again for sure. And it's just all about gratitude, about writing a list of every single day. And it can be something as simple as a hot cup of coffee or a nice smelling candle or a good book to read. It could be a bigger gift, right? Like you having heat in your house, having a working washer and dryer or dishwasher or running water, clean water so you can wash your hands. Well, in the pandemic, wash your hands, but also wash your dishes by hand. Yeah, just writing out, just being grateful for every little thing and big things too. And it's a good fall read as well, and especially going into the season with, no matter what time you celebrate Thanksgiving, also going into Christmas. And she has a Christmas devotional as well that I really love, that I go back to. I think I've done it like 3 years in a row now. But also just going into the Christmas season when you're thinking about all the gifts you want or you want to buy or you're going to give to other people or your kids or whatever, and just remembering to be thankful for what you do have and enjoying family. So that's a really great book, The 10,000 Gifts. Fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. So a hot cup of anything warm, or hot. I got coffee. I drink a lot of tea. Apple cider's good. Hot chocolate, mocha. I love a good mocha. I've been getting into candles a lot more recently. This one is burned down really weird. I don't know if I can show you or not, but like the one side is still like way up there, and it's just burned down the one side. Now it's blackening my candle. And I got my cozy blanket here to show you. In my reading corner downstairs, I also have a big teddy bear that I've shown in other videos to like rest my book on and stuff and just cuddle up with and stay warm. That's it. It says to tag other people, but I don't think anybody really follows me, and I'm really late to doing this tag. If you're watching this and you haven't done the tag, do it. Why not? It's the middle of fall anyways. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me on social media, all that good stuff. Let me know what your favorite cozy read is. One to warm the heart, long or short. Let me know. And give me some snow or fall or both fall leaves emojis in the comments down below. Bye.